The Steelers have been the most buttoned-up organization in the sport, maybe in any sport, for my entire lifetime. Now, all of a sudden, this thing has gotten kind of crazy on them. Who is to blame for that?
Yeah, I think they all bear a little bit of blame, but I think you go to Mike Tomlin, at least if you're speaking from Antonio Brown's perspective, is the rumor was he believed that Mike Tomlin sided with Ben Roethlisberger. And Ben Roethlisberger was doing things like blaming AB for late-game interceptions because he drifted back on a route. I watched that play. You can't really blame AB for that. And so I think that relationship is what tore them apart. And they had that friction for quite some time. And when Tomlin falls on the quarterback side, what you expect the coach to do, it's going to upset your star player.
But is that about the coach, or is that ultimately about Ben?
And see, I think it's ultimately about the organization. The coach is always going to side with the quarterback. He's the guy that's going to be there the longest with him. Here's the thing. They gave Antonio Brown a new deal in 2012. Then all of a sudden, a couple years later, he wanted more money. Well, they didn't technically renegotiate it, but they bumped a couple more $1 million into it. Then they give him the extension in 2017. When you reward somebody for doing something they've always done, you're always just going to get more of that same behavior. And Antonio Brown has always had a little bit of issues, and now that you keep paying him, you're going to get more of that.
That behavior was fantastic. That behavior was the best receiver in football for years on top of years. So it kind of bothers me that we all see, not all of us, but many of us are turning our back on AB as if he didn't make Ben Roethlisberger much better than Ben Roethlisberger's own ability could make him.
Understood, but we also understand that in football, when you're the best receiver in football, you can get away with stuff. And when you're no longer the best one, even on your own team, suddenly it feels a little different.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I would go that far. I think Juju Smith-Schuster is certainly a great #1 quality receiver in this league. But it really helps when the other team is focused on AB on the other side. It really makes it easier for you to get open when you only have single coverage.
Bobby, let me ask you another question. You heard Jeremy say it, and we've heard it in other places. They want a first-round pick for him. Do you expect them to get it?
Hey, my daughter wants a rainbow unicorn for Christmas. I mean, you're not going to get that stuff. Believe me, they would love it, but you're not giving. The Steelers are too smart. They're not giving up a first-round salary-controlled pick. Like, no one's going to give them that. They would love to have it, but no team looking at this is going to say, hey, we'll part with this for a 31-year-old wide receiver who's been really good for 6 years, but he may have another year or two left. That first-round draft pick is going to give you 5 good years at least.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. They won't get that first-round pick, but I think Bobby needs to figure out how the hell he's going to get a unicorn, because the girl wants a unicorn, you get her a damn unicorn with rainbows and everything. You figure that out. But AB is still one of the we keep talking about his age, saying he's turned 31. That is not like the falling off the cliff point. He's not a running back. You can still be productive. There are plenty of receivers in this league that are productive after 30, at least for 2 or 3 more years. He can still be top 5 receiver in this league. He's going to help whatever team he ends up.
The one issue, though, is Ben was better this year throwing away from Antonio Brown. And I understand he's going to draw coverage. He's going to pull a defense to them. Right. The one thing is, though, when you have that guy who always demands the ball, you feel like is always in your ear, you're going to feel the need to kind of press the football to him. You're going to force it in. And you know what? Ben has been better throwing away from him. That's just the reality.
That's not AB's fault. If you let AB bully you into throwing the ball, that's on you. Like, he wants the ball the same way everyone else wants the ball.
So very quickly, and we will have more time to get into this as we go, no more Antonio Brown, no more Le'Veon Bell. The Steelers, as we know them, are they done? Is this iteration of the Steelers over?
Yeah, I think so. I think
that winning. I mean, is this group done winning?
Yeah, I think so. I think that their replacements are very good, but I think that this window is closing, and I think a lot of it also has to do with that defense and losing Shazier.
I think what you're asking is, are they still the favorite in the NFC North?
Hell no.
I don't think so anymore. I think you look at the Ravens, what they've done, and ironically, as enough as it is, I think it's the Cleveland Browns that are probably the team that are the class of the AFC North.
I think you are not the only person who thinks that.